this whole bigoted anti-Semitic explosion we've been witnessing in the streets of America has created some strange bedfellows. Who would have ever thought that we would be on the side of Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman?
It's completely reasonable to want a ceasefire or to have a different view on that. Absolutely, that's a democracy. But it is not appropriate or legal, or it's helpful to advance your argument if you show up in a Starbucks with a bullhorn and start yelling at people, and that doesn't make you noble, it just makes you an It's very American to protest and to do that in the appropriate way. Then I absolutely support that. I'm not suggesting that you have to agree with my view, but it's just saying it doesn't really allow you to disrupt lives and to inflict those kinds of damages on people that are just trying to get on with their lives.
Now, there have been people, the Wall Street Journal, or no, it was All Israel News, called Mike Johnson, Speaker Mike Johnson, a profile in courage for the aid package that he pushed through last week. You want to know a real profile in courage? That guy. You know how hard it is to be a Democrat in Pennsylvania and be pro-Israel? And John Fetterman has been unwavering. That's guts. There's very little I would agree with John Fetterman about. But I sure do appreciate his moral clarity on this issue. It's just weird to support somebody like him. How about Alec Baldwin? Is there a bigger jerk in Hollywood than Alec Baldwin? And he's facing some real tough legal consequences. They're still not through with him in charging him with the death of that young woman on the movie set where he fired a gun that killed that young woman. But what Fetterman, I think, is referring to is a clip that went viral, and a woman gets in his face. He's in trying to order a cup of coffee, and she videoed what happened. If you're watching on Salem News Channel right now, you'll see the end of it, because he has had enough. After listening to her, he reaches out and smacks. I don't know if he hits her. I don't know if he just hits the phone, but you can see him rear back, because the video comes to an end when Alec Baldwin, the actor, reacts, shall we say, physically to this obnoxious shrew who got in his face at a coffee shop in New York City.
Alec, can you please say free Palestine one time? Why did you kill that lady? You killed that lady and got no jail time? No jail time, Alec?
So sorry.
No jail time, Alec. You're putting innocent people in jail, Alec Baldwin.
I'm so sorry.
Free Palestine, Alec, just one time, and I'll leave you alone. I'll leave you alone, I swear. Just say free Palestine one time. One time. One time.
Call the police.
One time, Alec. You know he's a criminal. You know he's a Come on, Alec, just say free Palestine one time. One time, just one time, please, and I'll leave you alone. Free Palestine. Israel, Zionism. Please say it. One time.
Could you do me one quick favor?
And he just slammed. He's talking to one of the coffee shop person. He goes, "Can you do me a favor? Can you do me," to try to distract her? And then with his left hook, he reaches out. And again, I don't know if he hits her. I don't know what he did. But the video came to an end. He put an end to it. Imagine supporting Alec Baldwin. What do you make of these disgusting, bigoted Jew haters closing down Columbia University? More importantly, what do you make of Biden's unwillingness to condemn it? Did you hear what he said this week? Just yesterday, when asked by a reporter, what do you make of the anti-Semitic protests on our college campuses?
Condemn the anti-Semitic protests on college campuses.
I condemn the anti-Semitic protests. That's why I've set up a program to deal with that. I also condemn those who don't understand what's going on with the Palestinians and how they're being.
Should the Columbia University president resign?
Right this way. I didn't know that. I'll have to find out more about it.
How about that? He condemns those who don't understand what's going on with the Palestinian people. He just equated pro-Hamas, terrorist-loving, Jew-hating bigots with people who might not understand what's happening to the Palestinian people of Gaza. First of all, everybody understands what's happening to the Palestinian people. We just know who to blame. It's not Israel's fault. It's the fault of Hamas and the terrorists. Biden is actually considering sanctions against Israeli Defense Forces, the military. When Donald Trump said that Biden is no friend of Israel, let that sink in. Let it sink in that Biden wants to sanction Israel and its military. We are absolutely an upside-down world. Let me get your reaction to it. 800-655-MIKE. And how about that lunatic demanding that Alec Baldwin say F Israel and free Palestine before Alec popped her one? I've never thought I'd be rooting for Alec Baldwin. Didn't have that on my bingo card. Didn't ever think I'd sit around and support Senator John Fetterman, but I do. And today, pretty notable with Fetterman's comments, because this is the Pennsylvania primary day, and they're going to be looking at how the vote turns out, and they'll be studying all the results.